With this kit, we provide you with all the tools necessary to do small to medium-sized carpet patching. Alright, well, let's do some carpet patching now. We have an area here that's damaged. Now we need what we call a donor piece, so we can cut that bad section out and replace it. This carpet needs to be the same carpet that is installed. We need to determine the direction that the carpet is lying in. We do that with our sheet of paper and a dowel rod. Our next step, with carpet being woven in straight rows, we need to separate that yarn by running a row. The reason we separate that yarn is so when we make our cuts, we're cutting out the least amount of yarn. If you just take your knife, start cutting in here, you're going to lose a lot of yarn. That's going to make your seams a lot more visible. Run that through there, separate those rows of yarn. Alright, now we're going to use our carpet knife. Push that blade down through the carpeting, pull it back. We're just pulling it to the point. It is done. If it doesn't pull all the way out easily, don't just pull on it. See, it's attached here a little bit still. Take your knife blade, a little bit of sawing motion, not putting any pressure on there or much pressure. Okay, we've eliminated our damaged area. The next step, we're taking our donor piece. We have to run rows once again. Do that with our scissors. I think that's about where we want it. We're going to take our paper and our scissors. This is what we're going to use as a seaming type tape. We're going to run that an inch or so longer on each side, because we don't want to glue this to the padding. Otherwise, if it needs to be stretched, it won't be able to be stretched. Therefore, we make it just like a seam in a regular piece of carpeting. So if it needs to be stretched at some point in time, this will be a permanently bonded section. They can stretch it with no trouble. Next step is we're going to use the masking tape. We're going to put this against the yarn, but not onto the backing. What this does is hold this yarn up out of place, so when you're setting your donor piece after you've glued it, you don't get any yarn in between the two pieces of backing. You're going to raise the edge of that carpet, putting just the tip underneath, running a bead of adhesive underneath there. And our next step is we're going to just run a bead right on the outside edge, and that completes a patch in a cut pile of carpet. Okay, now as we've moved on to the Berber carpeting, which is a looped pile versus a cut pile, we have several things that can go wrong with the Berber carpeting. We have a little pull. These two pieces are pulled out just a little bit. Something this size, it's easy just to tuft the yarn back into the backing. If it's much more than this, you have to cut it out and do a patch. Okay, now we're going to do a patch on a Berber carpeting. We've already used the carpet direction paper and the dowel rod to determine the direction that the yarn is lying down in. And now we're going to lift this up. See if it just pulls right out everywhere but this one corner. And knife down. Okay, we have one string attached. We don't want to pull on that. And snip that off. Alright, let's do a dry fit here. Try our dry fit one more time. Looks like a great fit. There we have a completed Berber patch. Alright, now since we have so many patches that we do that are around door frames, we have a simulated door frame set up